Welcome back, students. Today we are going to learn a story, new chapter in our English textbook Marigold. Okay, dear students, as you can see, title of the board, Gulliver's Travels. So before I start my lesson, let me give you some information about Gulliver. Gulliver, who was a sailor, you can say. Sailor, the person who sails in the sea. Okay, he is a one kind of adventure, you can say explorer. Listen to my dear students. This story is a just imagination. It's a just imaginative character of a person. If you remember, there's one. If you see Jungle Book. Okay, in Jungle Book there was one character Mowgli. There was one character Mowgli. Same way here also Gulliver is a one just imaginative character of a writer. If you remember Jonathan Swift. Jonathan Swift has written a book. Jonathan Swift has written a book. From that book, Gulliver's Travel is taken. This is just an imaginative character, Gulliver, he is a sailor. Okay. Dear students, if you remember, there is one movie in Hindi, Jajantaram Mamantaram, if you have heard. In that, there was one character, Javed Jafri, actor. He played the role of Gulliver in that movie. And dear students, you might have learned this Gulliver. Okay, Gulliver is a sailor who travels different places through boat, or you can say ship. Here, now in this story, what happens? He started his journey from one place to another in the boat. At, you can say, one day he reached to the strange land. Now, in that strange land, he saw some people, you can say, who looked like monster. It means giant people. And here, when he reached that land, he saw giant people. So here in this lesson, he shares his own experiments, his own experiences in this story. And the person who shares his own life, his own incidents, experiences, we can say autobiography. We can say autobiography. Okay? Here autobiography. The person who writes about himself. Okay? It means autobiography. Here now Gulliver shares his autobiography with us in this lesson. Gulliver's Travels. Dear students, Gulliver's Travels, it's a very nice story. This story is available in Hindi language also. And if you remember, dear student, there is one Hollywood movie is also Gulliver in Lilliput. Okay, if you remember Gulliver in Lilliput, that is a different kind of story. And that story, Gulliver reached at the place where there were tiny people. Now, in this story, when Gulliver reached to the land, that time he saw giant people, like a monster. So, without wasting time, let's start our story, Gulliver's Travels. Okay, dear students, Gulliver's Travels. As you can see in the picture, dear students, Gulliver's Travels, if you see, there is one giant person you can see, okay, and another, if you see creature. Okay, you can say monster. Next, so let's start our lesson Gulliver's Trial. So dear students, here you can see in your textbook on page number 116. The story is given. If you see the picture, easily you will understand Gulliver's Travel. My dear students, so let's start the first paragraph. So that is first on 16th, you can see on 16th of June. On 16th of June 1730, a land was discovered. And dear students, if you remember discover, what do you call discover? The meaning of discover, it means search, you can say, or found, that was unknown or unfamiliar before. Okay, if you remember Columbus discovered America. America was there in the world, but it was unknown, unfamiliar to the people, and Columbus discovered America. So here discover means to find something that was unknown to the person, to the people. It was in the world, but it was unknown, unfamiliar to the person. It means discover. Okay, so here on 16th June of 1730, we discover a land. So here Gulliver shares his own autobiography, own experiences, what he experienced on that land. When he reached that land, it was different and strange land. So my dear students, the first para on the 16th of June 1730, we discover a land. Our captain, the captain of Gulliver, Captain sent a dozen men, it means 12 men with vessels for what? With vessels for what? Now your vessels, what do you call vessels? So my dear students, vessels, it means a big container to fill water, to fill any liquid substance. And another meaning of vessel, we can say that one kind of boat or ship. Vessels, that is used for container. Vessels means we can say it is used for container. Or you can write ship or boat. That is. So on 16th June of 1730, we discover a land. Our captain sent a dozen men with vessels for water. They wanted water, so captain sent a dozen men with the big vessels for water, to fill water. And on that land, what happens? If anything could be found for water. Next, when we came to land, we saw no river or no spring or no any inhabitants. So my dear students, when they reached the land, when we came to land, we saw no river, no spring, nor any inhabitants. So they didn't find anything. It means river, even spring. Spring, it's one kind of source of water that falls from the mountain spring. Okay. Next, nor any inhabitants. Now, inhabitants, it means occupant. Occupants, you can say. It means the people who live on the land. They are called inhabitants of that particular land. So your occupants, you can say. So Gulliver and his men, they didn't find any river or spring nor any inhabitants on that same land. I went on to explore. So Gulliver went on. Gulliver continued his journey. Gulliver continued to find water. The country was barren and rocky. So that particular land, you can say that particular country was barren and rocky. Rocky means full of stones and another thing. And barren, barren it means, if you remember dear students, desert. If you see the desert landform, it is totally barren. It means barren means land with no vegetation. You can say that kind of land where no any kind of vegetation is grown. So your barren means land with no vegetation. Please remember dear students, barren means land with no vegetation. With no vegetation. It means barren. So the country was barren and rocky. I turned back to join the crew. Crew it means team members who are on the ship, or you can say boat. Okay, crew. Only to see them getting to the boat and rowing for life to get to the sea. You can see dear students in the picture. Okay, 2 or 3 persons, they are using one kind of rope. Okay, you can see oars. You can say oars. It means, okay, that kind of instrument tool that moves both in forward direction in the sea or river. So they were getting into sea for saving their lives. Second paragraph, dear students, before I could reach them, I observed a huge creature. So here what Gulliver says, before I could reach them, I observed a huge creature walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. So dear students, you can see in the picture there is a one giant person. The long hat on his head, you can see the long beard, okay, even the mustache. So that person was walking after them as fast as he could for catching them. The water of the ocean reached only till his knees. It means he was so tall person that you can see that the water of the ocean, see, just reached only till his knees, as you can see in the picture. However, the monster, now look here, Gulliver used one word monster for that giant person. Monster was unable to overtake the speeding boat. That particular giant person was unable to overtake the speeding boat. A monster, it means a terrifying and dangerous creature. Terrifying and dangerous creature. Okay? So the monster. If you remember Avengers movie, in that Avengers movie, there was one character, Hulk. Okay? So that if you see that particular Hulk, he was okay, you can say monster for the other enemies. So, however, the monster was unable to overtake the speeding boat. I turned back quickly and climbed up steep hill with fields of barley on either side and the corn rising up to 40 feet. So that time Gulliver, he didn't sit in the boat, but he turned back very quickly and climbed up a steep hill. There was, nearby the sea, or you can say nearby the ocean, there was one kind of hill, steep hill. He climbed up a steep hill, and the farms, there were farms, and the farms of barley crop, and another side there was a corn crop that rising up to 40 feet. There was a fence. If you see the fence that is used to make boundary, you can say, around the farm or any other place. To pass from one field to the other. There was a fence to pass from one field to another. So dear students, here these are the two paragraphs. So here we can say that Gulliver was trying to save himself from that particular person, giant person, monster. That's the third paragraph. It was impossible for me to climb because, Every step was 6 feet high. Every step was 6 feet high. So it was impossible for Gulliver to climb up because every step was 6 feet high. I was trying to find a gap. Gap, it means, what do you call gap? Means there is a space in between two objects. Gap. So your gap, I was trying to find a gap in the earth when I discovered one of the inhabitants in the next field walking towards the fence. So here it was impossible for Gulliver to climb up because every step was 6 feet high. Gulliver was trying to find a gap in the earth when he discovered one of the inhabitants in the next field walking towards the fence. He was of the same size as the creature chasing the bull. Same creature. That creature was chasing the bull. That particular person, monster, who was walking after the bull, same person was here that was walking after Gulliver. Same size. You can see in the picture. Next, I was struck with the utmost fear. Struck, it means hit, you can say. Struck, it means hit. H-I-T, hit. Okay. That time Gulliver was in fear. Gulliver was afraid of that person. He was so giant. He was tall person. He was taller than Gulliver. Looked like a monster. So I was struck with utmost fear and astonishment and ran to hide myself. So Gulliver was highly, or you can say greatly surprised to see this man who looked like a monster and giant. He was afraid and highly surprised, and he ran to hide himself. He called in a voice much louder than a trumpet. So here he shouted loudly. He shouted much louder than a trumpet. You know, trumpet means the cry of an elephant, or you can say any similar loud noise. The cry of an elephant, or you can say any similar loud noise. So Gulliver cried in a loud noise as he could. It sounded like a thunder. Yes, friends, if you have heard the voice of thunder where it happens in the sky, same way Gulliver cried in a loud noise. 7 monsters like him came towards the field. 7 monsters like him came towards the field ready to reap the corn. So there was a cornfield. 7 monsters like him, like that particular giant person. 7 monsters came to the field of corn field to reap the corn. They carried a reaping hook. So dear students, you can see one kind of a reaping hook is there in the hand of that giant person. And here you can also see in the picture. Dear student, you can see in the picture there is a reaping hook. This is called reaping hook. Reaping hook that is used for crop. And here you can see this is a monster. It's a giant person. And here, dear student, you can see in the hand of a giant person, he is a Gulliver. He is a Gulliver who is in the hand of a giant person, Gulliver. Okay, in a blue dress. So they carried a reaping hook which was very big. When one of the reapers approached where I lay here, so one of the giant person approached where Gulliver was hiding himself to save his own life from there. Where I lay hidden, I screamed as loud as I could. So Gulliver screamed. Again he shouted loudly. The creature stopped reaping. The creature stopped reaping in the cornfield. Pick me up between his thumb. So as here you can see in the picture, and even in the textbook also you can see this person, giant person, he picked Gulliver in his thumb and forefinger, and brought me close to his mouth. You can say his eyes 60 feet above the ground. 60 feet above the ground. He looked at me with curiosity and blew my hair aside to get a better view of my face. So dear students, you can see he blew hair of Gulliver aside to get better view of his face. He called his friends and gently placed me on the ground. So dear students, here this giant person, he put that Gulliver on the ground and he called his another friends. They all sat on the ground to take a good look at me. So all the 7 persons who were there in the another field, he called forward to look at Gulliver, because the giant persons were also surprised by they saw tiny person. And here Gulliver was also surprised to look like persons, giant person, or you can say the person who looked like monster. So dear students, here up to this, okay. So here, if you remember, dear students, Gulliver's Travels, okay, it's an imaginative story of a Jonathan Swift. So here Gulliver, he reached to the land where he saw no inhabitants, where he saw no river, no spring. But when they were coming back in the boat, they saw one person who looked like a monster, and at last that person, he picked Gulliver, and Gulliver was trapped in the hand of that giant person. So let's see now what happens. So let's have an exercise of this part. So students, let's see the question answer. Whatever the part we have discussed in this video, Gulliver's Travel. Here you can say, when was the land discovered? Second, why did the captain send the man to the land? Next, your third one, how was the country? Fourth, who was Gulliver? And the next exercise here, fill in the blanks. Brackets are given here. This para, it is taken from the lesson Gulliver's Travel. Just we need to keep in our mind that which word is correct for the blank. Okay, so first of all, let's the first answer. When was the land discovered? Dear students, if you have gone through the lesson, the first statement of the lesson is the answer. When was the land discovered? So dear students, the land was discovered on 16th of June in 1730. Okay, so the answer is here, the land. The land was discovered on 16th June of 1730. Okay, that is not in the textbook. When was the land discovered? The land was discovered on 16th June of 1730. Second, why did the captain send the man to the land? Same para in another sentence. Second sentence, there is an answer for this question. Why did the captain send the man to the land? So here the answer is the captain sent the man to fetch water, or you can say the captain sent the man for water. to the land. So answer is here. The captain sent the man to fetch water. To fetch water. Okay. So one line answer. The captain sent the man to fetch water. I hope you will understand. Next, how was the country? So same paragraph, first paragraph, if you remember, the country was barren and rocky. So the answer is here. The country was barren and rocky. R-O-C-K-Y. The country was barren and rocky. Who was Gulliver? So in the beginning of the lesson, I told you that Gulliver was a sailor. So here the answer is Gulliver was a sailor. Okay, I hope you can understand. Second exercise, fill in the blanks. Okay, so here you need to read the lesson thoroughly. If you read the lesson thoroughly, you will easily get answer. So before I could reach them, I test a new creature. Okay, creature means before I could reach them, I test a new creature. So I observe. If you see the text in your textbook, I observe a new creature that's after them in the sea as fast as he could. So if you remember, he was walking after them. Second answer is walking. He was walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. The water of the ocean that's only till his knees. If you remember, the person was a giant, looked like a monster. So the water of the ocean reached only till his knees. So reached. The third answer is reached. Okay. Next, however, the monster that's unable to overtake the speeding boat. The last one is left was. So here was unable. So dear student, let's see the all answers here. Before I could reach them, I observed a new creature walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. The water of the ocean reached only till his knees. However, the monster was unable to overtake the speeding boat. So, dear students, here, first exercise, answer the questions. As you can see here, two answers on the board. Okay. Next, another here, more two answers are here. The country was barren and rocky. Who was Gulliver? And second exercise, fill in the blanks. This kind of blanks will be taken as an exercise from the textbook, from the particular chapter. So please go through the chapter, just read the chapter carefully. Okay. So I hope you will understand. We will see next part in next video. So till then, see you.